friends. Well, today we're going to discuss about the left-wing media coverage of the Queen's funeral, especially as regards to Harry and Meghan. It seems as though the left has unofficially crowned Harry and Meghan the king and queen of leftdom, wherever leftdom is. But you can see the waves of support for them and only them, and negative stories on all the other royals. Now, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we'd see some American newspaper come out with, Harry and Meghan attended the funeral of whatchamahoosit this weekend. You know, that's just how pathetic it is. The level of disrespect they have towards the Queen and towards the royal family. And, well, I guess there's no fixing people who are just bitter, mean, jealous, whatnot. They don't see the value in the royal family. They don't respect the institution. They just feel a need. All they have is bitterness and negativity. If they just take a stop and look, see how the rest of the world is reacting, the rest of the world, for the most part, sees, Queen Elizabeth as a wonderful figure, a feminist icon, a fabulous woman, a great achievement. They just see all the accomplishments she has done, and as they're saying, lots of these leftists do not even know their basic history. Queen Elizabeth has modernized the monarchy, and she has made it a commonwealth. It was during her lifetime and everything. So, I mean, her life had a huge impact on the rest of the world. And as you can see with the millions and millions of well-wishers and mourners, that the overwhelming majority loved the Queen and respected her. Now, there will always be these outliers, these people full of negativity. And unfortunately, these universities are hotbeds of it. So they are determined to go back centuries, and a millennium if necessary, in order to try to find something to complain about it, some perceived wrongs. Well, I hate to tell them, we could probably find some things that the country of their native origin has done wrong. There's no doubt about it. Every country in the world is guilty of, humanitarian atrocities, of wrongdoing. If you go from the beginning of human history, there is no country that is completely lily white and pure. So if they think they have some kind of moral superiority to be able to throw stones at certain countries for centuries-old crimes, then their countries are fair game as well. And there's nothing to stop anyone from condemning their countries. So basically, there's just people who lack common sense. And I believe there are people who genuinely, they genuinely get their panties in a bunch. Just, and are swept up and thinking, we need to find the ancestors of so-and-so's ancestors from 400 years ago, and we need to put them in jail. We need to knock down their statue. That is somehow going to make it right. There may be some people who are genuinely believe that, but I think there's also the exploitative element in the media. They want clicks, they want political topics they want causes, things to get them donated money. Only if anyone would donate money to a group who is trying to bring to justice the crimes of 1,000 years ago, whereof the perpetrators have been all dead and the victims have been all dead. And no, we don't do things like that. That is not how our justice system works. The American justice system does not work visiting the crimes of the fathers onto the children up until the 4th or 5th generation, as the left would like it to. But of course, I said, they are likely more likely than not to have a few skeletons in their closets. And how would they like some justice to be visited upon them? Have we seen any leftists come out and say that, I found out my great-great-grandparents were slaveholders. I must repent. I must pay reparations. I will have a garage sale and sell all my possessions so I can pay back to whoever, which we don't know who their great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather wronged, or his descendants. But yes, So yes, let's hear the leftists do that. Sell all their possessions and give them to whoever they can find that their ancestors might have oppressed. You're not going to hear that. What you're going to hear is a plea for donations. You're going to hear that these leftists are heads of organizations that siphon off the majority of the money for themselves. It's like I said, it's a publicity thing, and it's a way of making financial gain. So, while there may be some people who genuinely are caught up in the we have to avenge the ancestors, the majority are just opportunists seeking to stir up conflict within society. Now, we have seen this, unfortunately, rear its ugly head since the death of the Queen, because there are people who, it seems to bring the haters out of the closet and the negativity. I mean, like I said, the vast majority of people are overwhelmingly sorry for the death of the Queen, but we'll always find the few that are show themselves to be very mean and hateful. And I guess that just says more about them than it does about anyone else. And it reminds us the dark side of humanity. It's not all peaches and cream, shall we say. But yes, the mainstream media, the same woke media who is searching for 1,000-year-old wrongs, and of course excluding themselves, their ancestors, and the nations they came from those wrongs, from any wrong. These are the same kind of people who have crowned Harry and Meghan the king and queen of woke. And I said they're unofficial, but it seems to be a formidable force of political activism that has taken hold in our society. And I guess with these cases, you may have to let it run its course. Unfortunately, the few years ago when we had those riots in different cities, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot done about them. They were mostly just waiting for them to run their course. So in the case of Harry and Meghan, I guess we'll just have to wait until the woke crowd gets tired of them and is ready to move on to someone else. But in the meantime, they are trying to make them more important than the Queen, and more important than Charles, more important than William and Kate, as you could see with that jab of Harry and Meghan and other royals. You know, yes, the media, technically the media, in another century, they would be a competing kingdom. They would be. You know, there's plenty of times in history where there might have been brothers or relatives who fought battles to take over the other person's kingdom. You know, which in this day and age, I guess this is as close as we get. I mean, it is sad to see such a fight going on, and we know it's all over, you know, money and power and who knows all the different reasons behind it. But we know that the left-wing media is supporting the Harry and Meghan leftdom wholeheartedly. And unfortunately, we expect to see more of this in the future if, you know, Harry and Meghan do not turn over a new leaf. Like I said, if ever there was a chance for them to turn over a new leaf, it is now. It is their chance to make amends with the family, apologize, start building bridges, but don't hold your breath. So, the media is the media. And I guess there's nothing too much we can do about it except to continue to counteract their falsehoods and hold them to account. All right, thank you for watching. Let freedom ring.